Right to your next investigations. Then still on the topic of the David. Right, as you see here, this is a movie about it. And basically you see how the David becomes a Cohen priest. You know, like totally becomes a Cohen priest there doing the shin. Right? So that's basically where you get them images of the Cohen priest from. And as you see here, 885, right? The 88 and then the 816 and then 521. So again, 777 Cohen. And the reeds, the sea of reeds. You have the cedar, the cedar. So the cedar is there. Like I showed in that last one about the putting the seeds out, right? And the cedar tree, is the same type of thing where it's about spreading the seeds. If you remember that song by Tears for Fears or something, it was sowing the seeds of love. And then, like that type of thing. Just on a little side note there, we have David Israel. He's one of the big producers and all that involved in the TV, the TV in America. So, you know what I mean? You can see what that's about. He's involved in a lot of the TV programming. Right? And you see here when you're Bethlehem, which is obviously the holy city or whatever. And it becomes Bethlehem, right? The Beth becomes like the bite. As you see there, the local language is bite lamb. So it's to do with a snake bite. And they call it obviously house of bread thing. But it's to do with the snake bite, Bethlehem. And the birthplace of Jesus. So it was Jesus, in a snake, in a nativity. And basically you see how the Jesus becomes super. When you turn the J upside down, right? And obviously replace S with a P, but you see how it becomes Superman, Superman. So the Superman is based on Jesus, right? And here's the Superman look, as you can see again, just like the WHO one. You see the serpent, with the eye. So it's a serpent encoded in the logo. So, again, what we're talking about is a Jesus, a snake, S. And what they call a Superman is the Man of Steel. Right? The Man of Steel, so that's like the bit like the brass serpent. Or the bronze serpent, right? Or them type of, it's like an armored snake, an armored snake becomes a very, formidable foe, like if you're going to war, like an armored snake, right? A snake with armor on, because obviously, they can bite the ankles, right? So this armored snake can defeat, like a lion or an elephant, because obviously an elephant would stamp on a snake if it was engaged in a war with a snake, right? But if it's got armor on, so and then it's like a protected, like an armored snake is a very formidable foe, see? So it's like the armored snake. So as you see here, I showed another one, how the Star of David. It's my reckoning the Star of David is basically an armored snake, right? It's like an armored serpent. And you seem to see a lot of this idea, like in all the stuff. They say armored snakes. Snake armored vehicles manufacturer, UAE Africa. So I'm pretty sure it is to do with that. Like an armored snake idea, which is derived from the brass serpent or bronze serpent. So when they show this depiction, right? And again, that's the one that's on World Health Organization, right? As you know. And when they show that depiction of it, right? When they have the Star of David one, it's basically it's the snake has moved into a different position, right? But it is still a snake, like an armored snake, right? The bronze is like the yellow, the yellow star. But it is the same thing. It's just in a different position, the snake. You have like that. That's a WHO one. And then this one also sees the same idea of the serpent, see? Coiled up into a different position. Normal snake. Right? In the type of Jewish folklore, right, the David is known as the war general. See, the war general, and they were using this metaphor in the Vietnam War. About the David and Goliath ideas all the time in the Vietnam. Right? And of that name, David Warner, is the current name. The David the war general type idea. Right? You get the a cricket player called it as well. So it's the current name that the Jewish war general with the David Warner. Right? As you see here, this David Warner, he obviously has the Jewish background, The great Jewish actor made a name for himself. Died on 76, the age 8. There's your 8, Just seeing this piece here, serpent symbolism. It says anthropologist Lynn Isbell has argued that as primates, people. People are not primates for a start, right? That's to do with it. Again, they're tricking you with that evolved from monkeys idea. Right? The serpent as a symbol of death is built into our unconscious minds because of evolutionary history. Of course, this is the hex. A serpent as a symbol of death is built into our unconscious minds via their hex. Right? For no other reason than that. They put it in as hex. And the thing is, to do with fertility and rebirth because it's the trans system. Right? And shedding the skin through sloughing and chthonic serpents, like chemical, And again, the Jesus Christ idea there with the tonic. Some good African Dahumis. So you know what I mean? You see the serpent symbolism is the hex. Simple as. And again, I wanted to include this in it. If you've seen the one I did with Damid, right? And you have the DNA, and the Dan, and like the David of Israel, right? And this one here, the Dana International, right? is Israeli pop singer Sharon Cohen. Right? It's I think it's a trance. If I remember correct, it's a trance, right? Like an urban trance. And it had a song called The Diva. So again, you're talking about the David there, right? The David. A trans icon. Right? So there's your sort of trans connection to all this David, the David of Israel stuff and all that, right? Came out as transgender at the age of 13, Dalit. And Viva la Diva. Again, yeah. like Israel isn't even technically in Europe, right? Type of thing. So why is it in the Eurovision Song Contest? Because it's to do with British Israel and all that type of idea, right? But international, see, and making trans identity mainstream. So the diva's to do with the David going to war again. So going to war the armored snake or whatever, right? And of course, a lot of this stuff, like Christian stuff, says that Jesus is like the bronze serpent or the brass serpent or something like that. Yeah. Jesus is often compared to a bronze serpent. And everyone was being bitten by the deadly venom. So being bitten by the deadly venom means to being injected with a trans medicine. Symbol of a curse. So the hex curse. Numbers 21, damn 777 code. Why a serpent? Can be cured or delivered by an image of that same object. So, you're talking about the trans medicine, see? Again, the ancient practice of sympathetic magic. Now, this is all about their trans program. 100%. So, Jesus is the bronze serpent or the brass serpent. Be wise as serpents, be Jews as serpents. The serpent of Genesis is not a snake, no, it's a trans program. See what I mean? So Jesus is the serpent, and the serpent is the trans medicine. There's no other way like it can be, Of course, that's supposed to lift you up, that's that song by, what do you call it? Westlife or something, something like that, you lift me up, It's about being lifted up by trans medicine, right? Salvation and all this. So Jesus is the trans medicine, totally. That's the salvation in the trans medicine,